Hello YouTubers, how you doing? CJ here. I hope everybody's keeping well. Alright, so my last few videos, or my last two videos should I say, we're focused on my Shakin Stevens collection. And I've done my vinyl collection and my CD collection. So this is the third and last video that I'm going to be doing on my Shaky collection. And on this video I'm going to be showing my box sets and books and DVDs. And I'm not going to talk anymore now, I'm going to get right into it. Okay, so the first box set I'm going to show you is this. In 2009 came this fantastic box set called the Epic Masters. Now, before this set came out, there were some albums that were released on CD in other countries, like Give Me a Heart Tonight, for instance, and the CD Green Door. Now, to get though, well, basically Green Door is more or less the Shaky album, although Green Door features You Drive Me Crazy, and no, Shaky the album features You Drive Me Crazy, but when it came out in Australia, they named that album as Green Door, and they took You Drive Me Crazy off, and they put Hot Dog, the album version of Hot Dog, which was originally from Take One. However, You Drive Me Crazy ended up on their release of This Old House. So, the CD of that release, Green Door, and Give Me a Heart Tonight, they used to sell for a pretty package on eBay. And, well, in fact, all of the main albums, I mean, there were a few that you could get at reasonable prices, like A Whole Lot of Shaky, There Two Kinds of Music, Rock and Roll, Let's Boogie. Those albums on the original CD releases came up at reasonable prices. However, albums such as This Old House, The Bop Won't Stop, Give Me a Heart Tonight, and Green Door, aka, well, sorry, should I say Shaky, aka Green Door, they were really high-priced CDs when they came about. The Bop Won't Stop, I guess 50-50. Obviously, Take One and Lipstick, Powder and Paint was never put on release on CD until this box set. They made their debut CD release here. Obviously, there are, for instance, the Track Years album, which came out in 1983, and it got released on CD in 1989. I believe it was 1989. Let me just double check that, because I have the original CD here. Yes, 1989, which I do show in my CD, so I'm not going to show any of the individual CD releases on this video anyway, because I've already done it on my CDs video. Also as well, the Shaky's very first solo album, which is just simply titled Shakin Stevens, but it's also known as Play Loud. So you just had basically the Epic album that was on Epic Records, hence the name, the Epic Masters. Sadly, the only thing I will say is that all of the big hits like Green Door, Oh Julie, This Old House, they are the tweaked versions which were put out originally for the first time in 2005 when they released their collection. And, you know, there's a few other things I'm going to come to as I go along and show you the CDs. Now, you'll see that this album here is signed by Shaky. And some of you may look at that and think, that doesn't look like a signature. Well, if you think it's not a signature, you're wrong. Because it is. Although it does look a bit funny. I'm going to explain to you a little bit about that. When this was first put up for pre-order, I can't even tell you how quick I was to pre-order it. I was like, jink. An announcement came and I didn't even read it. All I know is it said the Epic Masters, and it said that you get all the Epic albums. here's the link to pre-order, bang. I didn't hear about the rest of it. I knew that it was going to be spectacular. So I pre-ordered it. After I pre-ordered it, then I went back and looked at it, and I was even more and more excited. Especially because at the time, when I pre-ordered it, it wasn't until I went back and read it I found out that they had bonus tracks on all the CDs. Now, if you've seen my Elvis videos where I've shown my Elvis collection on CD and so forth, you know that I'm not a fan of bonus tracks. This was a bit of an exception, because when I saw what bonus tracks it contained, I was just, yes, very excited, very over the moon. So I had the normal version, which came obviously unsigned, and I had it for a good while, and then this opportunity came up on eBay, and my wife was bidding for it, and all of a sudden she was the highest bidder, and it got removed. It got taken down from eBay, and the situation was that the signature didn't look genuine. So the person who was selling it actually messaged my wife, and they were in communication about it, and basically it was like an investigation type thing. They wanted to clarify the signatures being authentic. So the person who was working for Shakin at the time, his name was Mike, and he basically contacted Shakin and Sue and showed the box set, the pictures and so forth, and Shakin confirmed that yes, he did in fact sign it, and he remembered that it was a very awkward surface to write on, and the he remembers doing it at some sort of like radio station, competition or whatever it was, and this person obviously won it and decided to sell it on. So they authorised for the sale to go ahead, and she could relist it. Well, as Kelly was the highest bidder, the woman who was selling, and I know it's a woman because Kelly told me all about it, because it was a present. It was a very big surprise for me, and the woman had turned around and explained to Mike why she was selling it and why my wife was buying it, and basically for the inconvenience, they'd sent her a signed card, from Shaky, and the woman said, "Well, could I get one done for for the person who's bought it, and they wanted to know my name." So yeah, I got a signed card as well, which I do have in my keepsake box. So that's the story really behind the signature, that it was authenticated. What Kelly also did for me, my wife, was print out all the emails and all the correspondence via eBay and email. What the woman did as well, who bought, who won it and was selling it, all the communication between her and Mike, she also forwarded to my wife, and everything was all printed out, all dated and in order, and I have all of those printouts in my keepsake box with the picture. Now, I originally put this in my keepsake box, and then I was thinking about it then, thinking, well, technically it should go with my collection in my little unit. I know you can't see it, but right where you are, you see the door opening, look in the corner. I have a unit with all my collectible box sets in. And what I did was I got two versions of all the documents, of all the emails, printed out in a piece of paper in my keepsake box. I've also got them in a file, and I don't have them here, otherwise I would have showed you them. But I do have them all laminated as well, so they won't get creased. It's a bit of a story, so that's the story really behind that. And then my original box that I bought, I ended up selling because there was some all of these albums in here got put out on a label called the Fruit Gum label, as well, and they're in CD jewel cases. And I like it, like I said in my other video, I like everything in a jewel case. So I had them all in a jewel case, and I sold my original box set that I bought because I had this one, and all the ones I'd like play was from the ones in the jewel case. I've since sold all of them and got rid of them. As you probably will have noticed, I didn't show you any of those in my video I did showing you my CDs. So without further ado, let's get into this box set. Let me show you the contents and let me explain as I go along. So there's a sticker on the front. I really gotta get a better way of filming my videos. Maybe I'll have to set the video camera up like I was doing when I first started doing YouTube videos, so I can show you, so I can go close up to the camera without it being blurred or distorted. Okay, so it says 10 CD box set, 9 original albums, each with bonus tracks, plus exclusive 12-inch extended mixes CD. 147 tracks, many on CD for the first time. 20-page booklet with detailed sleeve notes, all digitally remastered from the original master recordings. So let's get this baby open. Oh, now I can't remember if I did show this in my other video. I think I showed this briefly, all of you actually. I think. That's the single of Echoes of Merry Christmas Everyone, because it's in a little card like that. It's only a 1-track CD single. It was put out for the Salvation Army charity single back in 2015. I keep it in the back of this box set because it fits in nice and tidy there. So let's go. So first we got a lovely booklet. And in here tells you about the Epic Masters and why it was put together. Like, I'll read the first couple of lines to you. The Epic Masters is the first ever box set of original albums from Shakin Stevens. 10 mini vinyl replica CDs, including 9 of his original albums, together with rare bonus tracks, plus a special edition of the 12-inch CD. A collection of extended mixes especially selected for this box set. Many of these hit albums and bonus tracks appear on CD for the very first time. So it gives you all kind of the information there on the sticker, but then it goes into so where did the story begin? So obviously then you've got a bit of a biography there on Shaky's career as we go along here, and then obviously it contains detailed information about the songs and the charts, and information about, for instance, the mid part of his career, like in 1985, etc., etc. So yeah, it's a very detailed booklet, although I am told that not all information is correct. That's what I'm told anyway. Alright. I know there is one boo-boo on here, which is containing a year of the one of the tracks and albums, but that could have easily been like a misprint type thing. Just a genuine mistake that you get. Now, this box set was so popular and so much in demand that when they released it, I think it was supposed to be a limited sort of box set, because they had to do a second batch of them. So I think originally, from the impression I get, even though it doesn't say limited edition or anything on it like that, or any indication of it being limited, and the fact that it was put out by Sony Music, from what I can gather, after they were all gone, and then they had to do repressings and reburns and so forth because they were so in demand. So there. And now, one thing I will make a point of, a really good friend of mine, Paul Wallace, who I explained about in the my previous videos, these pictures here, it shows you got every picture sleeve. Whoop. Sorry about that. You got every picture sleeve of all the singles that's contained on this box set, including the singles that didn't have picture sleeves here in the UK. For instance, Treat Her Right, Endless Sleep and Spooky and Hot Dog. Here in the UK, they didn't contain picture sleeves. The first picture sleeve here in the UK for Shaky's solo career on Epic was Hey May. Now all of these pictures are high-res scans, I believe, from my good friend Mr. Paul Wallace. Now he's not credited in this book for these, so I want to give that little acknowledgement to Paul. And obviously you've got the album covers as well, and at the back you've got information as well about each album. You've also got the discography, like for instance Take One, it came on vinyl, cassette, then you got the singles from it, which was Hot Dog, vinyl, Hot Dog, cassette, reissue of Take One with different artwork and track listing. So it says about the vinyl album of Hot Dog and everything. Then you got the 7-inch singles, Treat Her Right, I Don't Want No Other Baby, Endless Sleep and Fire, Spooky, I Don't Want No Other Baby, Hot Dog with April in Spring. So you've got all the information there about the album. Let's see if I can just get a little bit, because the writing is... So it's like it says, never before released on CD, Take One, was Stevens' first solo album, released by CBS on the Epic label. And it, like I said, it gives you the information there of the discography. And then obviously the album cover. And it's like that with every album. And I think that's really cool. Really cool. And the bonus tracks on these albums were B-sides. And I truly was excited about that, because I loved a lot of the B-sides. Like, I love everything Shaky's ever recorded. Like, You and I Were Meant to Be. What a rocking track, which, that meant a lot to me to have on CD remastered, because it's the B-side of the very first single that I ever bought, which was, I ever had as a kid, should I say, which was the B-side for It's Raining. So I loved the B-side. At the time when I was a kid, I loved the B-side more than the A-side. And my second single that I ever had was I'll Be Satisfied. And I love the B-side for that, Don't Be Like Miss Kate. So I think if I had to pick two personal favourite B-sides, it would be those two tracks. And Don't Be Like Miss Kate is actually Shaky's favourite B-side. But Shaky also wrote as well. So this is a fantastic booklet, I gotta say. Now there are a lot of mixed reviews among fans on the Facebook groups and so forth about different information that's not quite accurate and all this, that and the other. But I think that anybody who has studied Shaky and has followed Shaky, you know what is the minor little things that's not quite correct, and because you know it, it shouldn't really make a big huge difference, really, you know. But you know, everybody is to their own. So you got a fantastic booklet. I'm going to put this by here. Put that by there, lean it up against that so it won't fall. That's better. Okay, so I'm going to show you these in order. Take each of those. This is take one. Right, as I am with every video, I do apologise about any reflections that you may get, like this one here is a reflection of the camera. I do have my light on as well. So, if there are any reflections from the CD, the light, any reflections from the wall in front or anything like that, or any glaze, I do apologise in advance. So this is take one. Now these are brilliant because this is a replica of the album cover. Obviously, side one was there and side two was there on the vinyl, which I have shown all my vinyl, so you'll know what the differences are. But obviously this is how they've done the CD, so it's still really cool to use the original picture artwork then, should we say. And the bonus tracks on here, is Apron Strings, which is the B-side. Then you've got Treat It Right, which was a single. Now obviously there are singles that came out that didn't make albums, that didn't make it onto the albums basically. So what they did with this set is they've got Take One, so you've got the original album, which is tracks 1 to 12. And then tracks 13 to 18 are B-sides and singles that didn't make it on this album. So Apron Strings is the B-side to Hot Dog. Then you've got Treat It Right, which is an A-side single. And the B-side for that is I Don't Want No Other Baby. Then you've got Endless Sleep. And the B-side to Endless Sleep is Fire, which is on here. And then you've got Spooky. Now, the B-side to Spooky, I believe, was I Don't Want No Other Baby. And it's the same version as the B-side that's on Treat It Right. So they obviously only put that on here once, but they put them in the order that they came out in, or what they were first put on. So now, Endless Sleep and Fire. Here in the UK, Endless Sleep was the A-side and the B-side was Fire. And over in, I think it was Holland, what happened was they put that out in a picture sleeve, but they reversed it and they put Fire as the A-side and Endless Sleep as the B-side. So that came out in a picture sleeve with a massive orange font saying Fire, and then Endless Sleep in small red letters, capitals, but smaller than the word Fire, obviously. So that's what they did, and I think that was a great touch. Now, as I said, I'm not a fan of bonus tracks at all. I am very, very fussy, and I probably think I'm one of the only people who don't like bonus tracks, because obviously what it means is you're getting more that you never expected. Just personal preference. I like things as they originally came out. But seeing as that this is the first debut of this album on CD, that's how it originally came out on CD. But there we go. I guess I can think of it like that. And I should think about that really, I guess with anything, but I'm just not really a fan of bonus tracks on anything, I guess. But this was an exception, this box set was an exception because we could listen to the tracks fully remastered. So what I like about here is the way they've done the copyrights. It's like all centered and the logos on each side. I think they've done it perfectly. And then when you take the sleeve out, it's a lovely sleeve with all the information. Now, when you saw my CDs, when I was showing my CDs on the shelf, you would have seen that when I showed this, when I opened the case and you saw the fold, that's what you saw, because this is where it was taken from, a scanning from this, because it's just the backup of the album, although I didn't use the bonus tracks. And then on the other side of the sleeve, you've got the pictures of the singles, which I think is fantastic. And again, like I said, these all come from Paul Wallace's collection. And the CDs are beautiful. They're all like that. So this is the only CD I'm going to show because all the labels are the same. Nothing is different. And all you've got Take One, Shakin Stevens, CD 1. Then you've got the copyrights then underneath. It's like, see, it seems getting distorted and out of focus when I'm going in. But you get the drift, right? That's basically what the design is like. So, because they're all the same design, I don't need to show you all the discs, but I will, show you the sleeves type thing very quickly. Like I said, on the one side, you've got the detailed information. Like on here, you've got Take One, October 1979, original album recorded at Eden Studios, Chiswick. So you've got all that information there. The engineers and everything, and you've got even the information with the bonus tracks as well. So, for instance, bonus tracks recorded at Wembley Studios, 1978, in brackets, except Apron Strings, recorded at Eden Studios, Chiswick, 1979. So, producer Mike Hurst, except Apron Strings, which was produced by Mike Hurst and then remixed by Stuart Coleman, BJ Cole, and Shakin Stevens. So you've got all the detailed information there. So that's a pretty cool Pretty cool little thing. So that's take one. And then you have, then you've got This Old House. Now, obviously, when I showed my vinyl collection, I showed you the differences between the Marie Marie album and This Old House. Obviously, This Old House originally did not have this Superman effect font. Like I said, I'm not showing you my CDs, but I'll just quickly jog your memory a little bit. That's how the original font is on the original album vinyl release. So there is a part of me that really don't know why they put this font like that. Maybe it's because they originally put it out as Marie Marie, but then they named this as This Old House. This Old House, you know, it should have had the Shakin' Stevens, as I've just shown you, as it was originally on the LP release. But it is one of those things, maybe they just wanted to combine the two, because there's only one bonus track on this album, and the bonus track here is 2 Hearts, 2 Kisses. And the reason why I think really for that is because when this album was first released, as I explained in the in my vinyl collection video, this album first got put out as Marie Marie because that was his hit single at the time. And then he recorded This Old House. It was his first #1 all around the world. And they quickly reissued the Marie Marie album, took off 2 Hearts, 2 Kisses and replaced it with This Old House. And they changed the title of the album, but they also changed the font as well. And obviously, as you can see here, they've put this font as it was on the Marie Marie album. Apart from those changes, the picture on the front and the back cover remains the same on both albums. So it's still pretty cool to have, and it makes sense with having that as a bonus track. So again, oh, that's one thing as well, they've got the spines pretty cool too, as it was on the original vinyls. That's pretty cool. So obviously, again, same format. You've got all the information here. Oh, yeah, all the information here. And what they did was they put musicians on original album, musicians on bonus track. So you've got all that information, and I think that's pretty cool. And then you've got obviously the same format again, the singles that is on it. I said I wasn't showing you the CDs anymore, but just to prove that they're all the same. So there we go. So that's This Old House. And then we have the my favourite picture sleeve of all time for both singles and album is Shaky. You can see some reflections there, and I am sorry about that. Again, there's only one bonus track on here, and I was very excited when I saw that the bonus tracks You and I Were Meant to Be. When I first got this, yes, I normally listen to each album in order. Doesn't matter what I'm excited about. However, this box set was a bit of an exception. I pulled it out, and the first song I put in was first CD I put in was Shaky, and I skipped all the tracks to You and I Were Meant to Be, and I blasted it. I think I listened to it 3 times. Then I put the other CD in, and I did that with all the CDs I was looking forward to. But this one went on first. You and I Were Meant to Be was the first song I played. Then it was Give Me a Heart Tonight album in, straight up to Don't Be Late Miss Kate. So, and then I stopped, and I did play them all from beginning to end. So you got the Shaky album. Some of these sleeves are a little bit tough to get out in some. So again, same format. You got the information about the album, the musicians, and so forth. Obviously, the bonus track here, there was the same musicians as the musicians on the album, which makes sense, really. And then you've got, that's on the choice because I came out. It's a picture disc, so they're showing the picture disc of It's Raining. So I'm just going to try and You might not be able to see it, but right under there, you've got It's Raining. It's under there. So, there you go. Yeah, I'm not showing you the CD. I don't think any of the CDs are different. Convinced they're not. So, shaky. Then, Give Me a Heart Tonight. The bonus tracks again on here. I'm For You, Think of You, Don't Be Late, Miss Kate, and Lordy Miss Claudie Live, which was a B-side. Again, Lordy Miss Claudie from the special edition EP. Now, kind of don't get why they put that on there. I mean, because they advertised that, but yet the main song on there, which was a studio recording, was Blue Christmas, but they didn't put that on you. So again, information about, obviously you got the musicians, where it was recorded, and you know, everything else. Again, that's the picture sleeve for Give Me a Heart Tonight. And they've used the Shirley picture sleeve with the dot above the eye. That's the first time it was put out on single, and then obviously they made a few with that, and then a few with the love art. But the dot is the first one, which I have both versions on 45 single. Then came the next album, The Bop Won't Stop, with the bonus tracks. It's Good For You, Baby. And then Your Ma Said You Cried in Your Sleep Last Night, which is actually a single A-side, and It's Good For You, Baby is the B-side to that as well, I think, if I'm correct. Then you got A Letter to You, which was a single that never made it to an album, and then obviously its B-side, Come Back and Love Me. I mean, the Greatest Hits album, A Letter to You is on there, and that is classed as an album, but it's more, you know, it's a compilation album. I don't know why I'm showing you Spotify, I haven't shown you them for them. Again, you got the information, obviously you got the Rocking Good Way picture disc, although that's just a circle cut out of the picture sleeve. I don't know why they did that, but that's what they did. Because with like stuff like Cry Just a Little Bit and It's Late, they put the picture discs. That's that. And then you've got Stay. Hate when they don't listen. Don't worry, I'm not crazy. I'm just nuts. Then I was very, 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 very excited about this next album released on CD, because as a kid I used to listen to this album all the time, over and over and over. And I kind of decided it was my favourite album. But as I've explained in my previous videos, I can't exactly say that, especially now, because I love everything you recorded. So it's really hard to pick a favourite album. But I did listen to this a little more than the others. This is Lipstick, Powder and Paint. Again on CD for the first time. That's what I should be saying as well. Take One was released on CD for the first time. And this was released on CD for the first time as an album. I love the way they've done the back of the covers and the bonus track. Bonus tracks on here is Teardrops, which again is an A-side single, and the B-side for that is You Shake Me Up, which also featured later as well on their Two Kinds of Music Rock and Roll, but different version, different mix. Same version, yeah. Recorded the same session, just mixed different, so it's a different take. Then you've got the A-side single for Breaking Up My Heart, along with its B-side, I'll Give You My Heart, which is the original version. Because there are two versions to that B-side. The one of them is like a remixed version. So you've got, again, all the information about the album and about the bonus tracks. I mean, this set was really well put together. I mean, I like the design of these album covers because of how they've done them. Better, a little better than what they are in the Fire in the Blood, which I'll come to in a minute. Okay, so let's boogie. Now, in the Epic Masters, what they did was, now I explained to you when I showed you this album on my vinyl video and on my CDs video. The song, What You Want to Make Those Eyes at Me For? Originally, when it came out on vinyl and original CD, there was a version of that song that was an alternate take that was apparently not supposed to be on the album, that it was just a mistake that they put it on. When they put this box set out, I mean, Shakin was able to oversee these recordings and see the work and the process himself. So he had a lot of involvement and a lot of input in this box set. And obviously, he corrected it and put on What You Want to Make Those Eyes at Me For, single version in brackets. The only downside to this is the fact that you've got the Hits Keep Coming live medley from '86. On the original vinyl, it's great, you know, to listen to, and it does have, you know, I think it's got slight grooves on. It's been a while since I've listened to the vinyl of this. Now the CD release, however, the original CD release, that live medley, you can skip the tracks. However, on this CD version, you can't skip the tracks. The live medley is all one track. But this does contain bonus tracks as well, as all of them do. So the bonus tracks for this album is Tell Me One More Time and If You're Gonna Cry. And Tell Me One More Time is the B-side for Because I Love You. And If You're Gonna Cry is the B-side for A Little Boogie Woogie in the Back of My Mind, I think. Could be wrong there. But something I noticed on you, they didn't put out. Or am I thinking of something else there? No, forget what I just said. I'm thinking of something else on that one. So yeah, as you can see there, I hope you can see it. What You Want to Make Those Eyes at Me For, single version. So same information there. You've got about Let's Boogie, and you've got the information about the songs and the production. Like I said, the discs are not any different, so I'm not going to show you the discs. There's no point. Now, the next release, a whole lot of Shaky. Now again, this also contains, when they put out Let's Boogie and they put What You Want to Make Those Eyes at Me For on the original version, like I said, the original release featured an alternative track. When they put out this album then on vinyl, they put the single version of What You Want to Make Those Eyes at Me For on. I thought it was actually a good way of doing it, you know, one after the other type thing. Same song, different versions. I really thought it was a good way of doing it. They should have kept it originally, I think, for this box set as well. But obviously, Shaky didn't want that. So, for this version, they put the single version on there again. But this time, it says, featuring the London Gospel Choir. Now, I've listened to both versions back to back. Maybe anyone who has this box set, maybe you should do it and make your own opinion. I'm not going to give mine on that one. So this is a whole lot of Shaky, and this features the bonus tracks, Feel the Need in Me, which is the A side, If I Can't Love You is the B side, then you've got If I Really Knew and Come On Little Girl, and in brackets you've got Chrome Sitar, and then you've got the Jezebel 7-inch remix version. So again, another great album. A lot of people put this album down along with Let's Boogie. And in all honesty, I actually, like I said, I love them both. You know, I mean, I know Shaky was a bit disappointed with a few of his recordings from this period as well, but you know, I enjoy them all. And then again, the same format. It tells you the album, the production, and so forth. So it's been a while since I looked at this box set, so I'm gonna have to I'll have to revisit it and take a good look. So there's a whole lot of Shaky. And then you have the two kinds of music, rock and roll. The bonus tracks on here is Love Attack, single version, Love Won't Stop, Radio Acoustic, along with its B-side, Oh Baby Don't. So Radio was actually released in 1992. This was originally released in 1990. The album, I mean. So again, same format. Obviously this contained a few more additions on singles, so they put those there. Obviously those there. So I think when I take it out, I should have shown you the side first, really. So these are singles, got the picture sleeve there. The 12-inch single, I mean, of I Might. And then obviously Pink Champagne, then the picture sleeve, the picture disc for that is Shaped, and you've got the radio here at the end. So engineer Gordon Davis. This album was originally licensed from Sony to Telstar. And Telstar is the first company that brought the album out. Great album, I love this album. And then you have the fantastic 12-inch CD. Now, this don't feature all of the 12-inch singles. It only features 8 of them. So on this one, you got Cry Just a Little Bit, Longo's Mix. You got Break In My Heart extended version, A Little Boogie Woogie in the Back of My Mind Boogie Mix, Come See About Me extended version, Feel the Need in Me dance mix, How Many Tears Can You Hide dance mix, Jezebel Monster remix, and Love Attack extended version. So that's what you got with this. And obviously what they did here is they just put the track listings really. There was no actual information apart from what it states underneath the titles. And then on this side you've got the 12-inch cover for the 12-inch, and obviously the 12-inch single picture sleeve. Yeah. Just checking the disc is not different. So that's what you've got on there. And then you have an empty box. Okay, so I'll put those away later. Okay, so moving on now to the next box set, because that box set really stood the time, because you know it was everything remastered, and that's where I done my individual CDs from originally. That wasn't in dual cases and everything. I'd take one and stuff, and then took all the remastered versions from. Now I thought basically that was it. You know, I think all fans didn't expect anything else to come out. We were a little disappointed in 2005 because when they released the collection and so forth, there was another CD that was going to be put out called Got a Lot of Living to Do, and it was basically his first solo album, Shakin' Stevens, and the Track Years CD from 1983. Basically those two albums put together as one CD, you know, and all the tracks was going to be remastered, and there was going to be some bonus tracks on there as well. Some of the bonus tracks are still not released at all, like A Lover's Question and Lend Me Your Heart and so forth. It would have been fantastic for that release to come out, because you know that would, you know, at this point now we would have been all the albums fully remastered and all the, you know, recordings for track, remastered. But sadly, it didn't happen. And all of a sudden then, you had the new album, which was, Echoes of Our Time and, all the singles from it. Then we obviously went into lockdown in 2020 due to COVID. So it was a very grim time for the whole world. Shaky fans got a little bit of a shock surprise at the end of 2020. Shaky surprised us all with this fantastic Triumph box set. Or should I say a book pack set, whichever you want to call it. This is Shakin' Stevens' Fire in the Blood. Now, nothing was announced about this box set. They didn't say they were working on a box set. They didn't say that something's in the pipeline. With this one, they played it very, very clever. They did all the work first, through lockdown, whenever they could get into the studio to finish things off, because they were working on it, obviously, before COVID, and before lockdown and so forth. And it was very difficult to get into the studio to finish things off. So they were doing things from home and, doing things the best way they could. And this just stunned all of us Shaky fans out there. Now, this is called Shakin' Stevens' Fire in the Blood, the Definitive Collection. Now, this also came off the back of This kind of came off the back of this year's singled out, the Definitive Singles Collection. The pictures, the same the design, the sketch and everything. So basically this came first, and this sort of just blew us all away. This is a 19 CD box set. 19 CDs. And when you turn it over, look at how gorgeous that is. And look at what it includes. This includes Shaky's very first solo album for Track Records, put out in 1978. And as you can see there, it's not said play loud anywhere there. It just says Shakin' Stevens. Now, I've always referred that as the original title. It's just, there was an indication on one of the albums, Play Loud, and a title thing that said Play Loud, and that's what, everybody kind of refers it to. But myself personally, I've never really referred it to as that. I've always referred it to Shakin' Stevens. When you take this out, each album has like a silhouette of something that, represents the album. So if I put this one up next to it, as you can see, it's like a silhouette of Shaky from this picture here. Now I'm going to show you them. I'll keep that CD out a second. I'm going to show you each individual disc. I'm going to fold you over here, and you've got all of these, because what was fantastic about this album is, for the first time ever, you had this. This is an official concert, mixed from the concert tour in 2019. And it's just called Live in Concert. Then you've got a nice little page there with all the single picture sleeves. I know it shows the picture sleeve there of Hot Dog, with 8 Minute Strings to the B-side. It didn't come out in the UK though, with the picture sleeve, so I just wanted to point that out. So then you've got that. I'm going to show this the best way I can. I do show this, I think, in my very first video where I show my CD collection, and I think I've turned the camera around, but as I'm doing it again, I'm doing it this way. If you want a more detailed view of this book and the box set itself, refer to my very first video, which was, I think I did it last year, the year before I think it was. But if you scroll through my videos, you'll see it. This is a fantastic book on Shaky's life and career from his early days as a young kid in school, all the way up to basically present day 2020 when this came out. It's got fantastic pictures, fantastic stories. I just can't recommend this box set enough. For Shaky fans, it kind of become like the holy grail, I guess, because obviously it's what everybody wanted. I'm missing a page here now. So you got some fantastic photographs. That's a cool page with all those gold and platinum discs. I think I've missed one or two other pages out as well because of the way I'm doing it. So you've got basically the Shakin story, some cool photographs. Right, I've missed a few pages. I'm gonna just quickly skip through to show you that you've got some fantastic photos there. I'm not doing this very well, am I? I'm doing this half-cocked. Right, okay. So you've got a fantastic book is basically now, but there you've got the single, the picture sleeve of the single, Now Listen, which didn't come out. So there we go. Then at the back, then you find this. You've got some bonus extra CDs, including this one right here, which is another concert. This is at the BBC in concert in 1980. Now, me personally, I would have actually put that in order, in sequence order, because let's face it, at the very end they put the 2019 concert in. Anyway, that's how they brought it out. That's nothing really when you think about it. And then at the end then you've got this. Now this year you've got some bonus things, bonus items, which I've already taken out, ready to show you. And then he signed it here then, which says, "See you soon, Shaky." So, and then obviously at the back you've got that. Okay, now what I'm going to do is show you the CDs. First I'm going to show you this. Now this was the advertisement, promo, value. This is the information that actually when you bought the box set, this was actually on the back of the set. And it shows you everything you get with it and explains about the box set. So it says, I'm going to read this to you actually. Fire in the Blood is the biggest and most complete collection of Shaky's recordings ever undertaken, a celebration of the achievements of an enduring artist whose chart statistics, however phenomenal, tell only part of his story. From his solo debut album, Shakin' Stevens, to the success of his latest album, Echoes of Our Times, Shakin' Stevens shares with the Beatles, 60s, and Elton John, 70s, the distinction of being the most successful UK singles chart performer of a decade, the 80s. His success was mirrored throughout Europe and internationally, earning platinum, double platinum, and gold awards for his albums and singles. This release takes its name from the extended easy exclusive to this release by renowned writer Paul Sexton, which maps Shaky's rise to fame from humble beginnings. The collectors of Shaky's releases will find a host of other content and rarities in this super deluxe career defining release, which includes 12 by 12 bound hardback book pack containing extended easy, 19 CDs with 266 career spanning tracks, many never previously available, includes all of Shaky's studio albums as a solo artist, and four rarities discs with live, rare and previously unreleased tracks. Shaky's first ever live album release taken from his 2019 tour of Europe and the UK. Debuted on this unique release, previously unreleased. An historic live concert recorded at the Paris Theatre, London for BBC Radio 1 in 1980, previously unreleased. 2 previously unreleased recordings. I'll come to those. Reproduced ultra rare promo poster, Old Julie sheet music, 3 12x12 art prints of Shakin Stevens, 38-page bespoke tour program, autograph book personally signed by Shakin Stevens. I do apologise for some of the words. I'm not good at pronouncing certain words, but there we go. So that's that. And again, now when I was told about this box set, you know, when it came up for pre-order, boom, I was there like a shot. And oh man, it was so frustrating, right? Because when I ordered it, there were fans getting it early before it came to me, and I was so frustrated with this. Seeing everyone's pictures, people putting up tracks, then they came onto YouTube, and I was like, "Urgh!" But I didn't listen to any of them until this box set came. So here's the first CD. They've done these really well. I am a little bit disappointed they didn't use the original back covers or include them, but that's a minor thing. That's nothing really, to be honest. This is fantastic how they've done this, and because of the quality of the card, they're not as glossy and so forth. They're really, really fantastic, and the designs are fantastic as well. So this is his first debut album in 1978, Shakin Stevens. Now, all the CDs are with the same effect. I wasn't going to show you all of them, but I've decided I am going to show you all of them because, you know, even though they've got something representing the album cover, what have you, it's still nice to see how they've done it. So that's the first. That's the first disc. Basic and simple, and then you have take 1. Now for this, the silhouette is of his eye, okay? I'm not going to show you all the silhouettes. Now what I like about these CDs, there is no bonus tracks on the album. In fact, no, there is a bonus track on one of the albums, and I don't get why, but I'll come to that I'll explain that when it comes along. So this is take 1. However, the bonus tracks and the B-sides that were from these albums and the singles, like they were in the Epic Masters, those songs are in this box set, but they're on the. That's how they've done take 1. Ah! Note to self, don't drop. Now, when they did the cover for this whole house, remember on the Epic Masters when I said about his name being like a Superman effect? Well, they've created it. They've corrected it, sorry, and put it back to as it originally came out. Yeah, so there's a bonus track on here. The bonus track is 2 Hearts. From original Marie Marie LP. Now, maybe they did it, maybe they put the bonus track on here because it was on the original album. Because like I said, this is just basically a reissue of the Marie Marie album. They just took, changed the name, changed the effect, renamed it to This Old House, and obviously replaced the track. So maybe that's why they put it on here. But it is a little bit of a snag for me because, again, they really could have put it on the bonus discs. But other than that, it's there, do you know what I mean? It would have made sense to keep them all on the bonus discs. So there's the CD for that. Because originally when This Whole House came out as an album on vinyl, it didn't contain two hearts. So there we go. But do you know what? It's just a little gripe. And, you know, maybe just me being too fussy, but a little pet gripe there. Then the next album you have Shaky. I bet you're thinking, I've seen all these. Why are you showing them again? Different versions. Now, the other thing I thought they would have done is because when they brought the box set out, the Epic Masters, like I said, all the original big hits like Oh Julian, Green Door, and This Whole House, they were all tweaked. Almost like they were parts of them re-recorded. But I thought with this box set, because of the length they've gone to, they would have kept the original versions of the singles. And, you know, like they did with Collectible. But sadly they didn't. The hits on you, like This Whole House and Green Door, again, are all the tweaked versions. And that is another gripe. You know, with the effort that they've gone into. So, Shaky. Then you got Give Me a Heart Tonight. I really love the way they've done the designs on this, and the fact that the year of releases underneath as well. I think it's so cool. Now the silhouette for this one is slightly different. You've got a love heart with Tonight in like a banner going through it, and a bow and arrow going through the love heart. And you've got The Bop Won't Stop. And then you've got Lipstick, Powder and Paint. Some of the silhouettes are also different on some of these albums too. Then you've got Let's Boogie, and again, same thing. Same situation with What You Want to Make Those Eyes at Me For on this one, and a whole lot of Shaky. But same situation with the hits medley, the live hits keep coming medley. You cannot skip the songs. But there we go. Again, I should know there. Because if you've seen my CDs video where I showed my CD collection, you know that I've you know what I've done there with the original versions. Ew. So we'll come into the next page. We got a whole lot of Shaky. Then you've got, well, there are two kinds of music, rock and roll. Then you got Merry Christmas Everyone. Oh yeah, that's another thing as well about this box set. Sorry to go back, but it didn't feature Merry Christmas Everyone. However, that same year, in the December of that year, Merry Christmas Everyone got reissued, which I've already showed this in my CD videos, and it advertises the Epic Masters. Similar CD, only this is now white, as you can see. So, just thought I better get that in quickly. And again, that does also contain bonus tracks, which I do show in my CDs video. So, but this is how it originally got released with the original album artwork. Whereas when they re-released it, it's slightly changed with the font wise and everything. So that's that. Now this one, it does contain bonus tracks. It contains Merry Christmas Everyone, extended version, and Blue Christmas single version. Now again, I don't know why they put bonus tracks here. Again, they should have been on the extras, but again, that's just another one of my little gripes. Now listen. Pretty cool to see how they've done that, how the effect have been done. Now listen. And then you've got the Echoes of Our Times. And obviously this was his last album in 2020, his latest album in 2020 to date, because this came out in 2016. Obviously, since then, we've had Reset, which was 2023. Then you've got the Live in Concert, 2019. And this, I don't think this is one full concert recorded in a particular place. This is like a mixture of concerts that were recorded, and they've edited it all together and so forth to make it sound like one big concert. And the disc designs do change slightly from here. Go there. And they've used the same font as the Echoes of Our Times on for these ones. Because it's changed, the font name that they've used for this is called Willow. Now, turn to where it contains it again, CDs. So now we come to this one. But like I said, I really think, I mean, I know they're bonuses or whatever, but I think they should have been placed balance on the table here without it going over. Yeah, they should have put in like year order type thing, but anyway, this is the Shakin Stevens BBC in concert. This is the one recorded at the Paris Theatre, London in 1980. Pretty snazzy disc there, isn't it? Okay, so then we come to Fire in the Blood 1, the extras. Fire in the Blood 1. It's got the red silhouette in there, as you can see. Now, the extras are where you get singles that never originally appeared on the albums, and you've got B-sides, you've got the 12 inches. So on this one, on volume 1, this contains singles and B-sides, such as Never, You'll Always Hit the One You Love, Somebody Touched Me, Way Down Yonder, New Orleans, you know, this is where you get Fire, Endless Sleep, Apron Strings, You and I Meant to Be. You've also got the live tracks that was not featured on the Epic album. Basically, stuff that was missing from the Epic Masters, everything got put out on here. So you've got the you got Blue Christmas EP version on the album in this box set. Here they put everything that came with the special edition EP, which was Josephine Live, Lordy Miss Clody Live, and Que Sera Sera Live. Why didn't they keep all those? The Two Hearts, Two Kisses, and the bonus tracks on the Merry Christmas Everyone from this album. Why on earth didn't they just keep them and include them on the bonus CDs? I know I may be being fussy, but it is just a little bit of a pet dislike, you know, pet hate type thing as they call it. And these are their own individual colours and what have you. So this is a red disc with, as you can see, the one Roman numeral going through it. So then you got Fire in the Blood 2. So it's purpley bluey kind of colour. Or purple, I think, really. Now, this one, as you can tell, it contains a bit less on here. These are all the, again, you've still got the A side of A Letter to You and Come Back and Love Me, but then you go in into the 12 inches, so cry just a little bit. But what they've done here is they've included, like I said, this box set includes everything that was never on there either. So you've got the 12-inch of Teardrops, extended version. You've got both versions of I'll Give You My Heart. You've got the remix version and everything else. It's absolutely fantastic. So this is that. Obviously this is a blue purpley disc. Blue. It's got the number 2 in it. It's got bronzy, orangey, rusty sort of colour. This is the Fire in the Blood 3. Again, it just all comes out in order. You know, Feel the Need of Me, if I can't have you and stuff. So all the, like, you've got Dizziness Lizzie as well, With My Heart Live. You know, you've got all the extended, like I said, all the extended versions, everything, which I think is fantastic. Now, I said to you about the song Wild at Heart and the two previously unreleased tracks. Now, I'm going to come to them on here because this is the part 3 with a greenie, with a green silhouette background, and yeah, I see these green as well. Now, the songs I Need You Now and Wild at Heart. I did explain this in my. Sure, I explained it in my other video, my CDs video. When they first appeared on YouTube, there were a lot of people saying this is Shaky's new single and blah blah blah. No, it wasn't a new single. The Nero mix came out as a single in 2020. Yeah, of course it did, but it wasn't a new recording. Both songs, I Need You Now and Wild at Heart, was recorded in the year 2000, and it also gives you an idea of how and why that is and where they're placed in the on the last bonus disc here, because you've got I Can Help and Calling You, which was recorded both in 1994. Then you've got I Need You Now, and in brackets it's got previously unreleased. Then Wild at Heart, previously unreleased. And obviously on here you've got the album version, and obviously on the singled out Wild at Heart is the Nero remix version. And people have said, yeah, but on here it's actually on this CD after Down in the Hole, which was on the Echoes album. And I'm like, yeah, because that's when it was released. It doesn't mean that's when it was recorded. Obviously for the album track, the album version if you want to call it, it was placed in its original time frame. So that's that. And on here as well you got like the Echoes of Merry Christmas Everyone. You've got the Blues show as well, where he sings the songs from the Echoes album as well. You've got the Trouble Live, you know, from the Trouble CD single. You've got the acoustic version. So yeah, fantastic CD. All in all, besides those minor discomforts, as I call them, or those minor, you know, little snags that I got with the set, it's an amazing box set to own. And if you don't have it, well, if you don't have this, then you can't really be a true Shaky fan now, can you? This is a must for all true Shaky fans. So if you're a true Shaky fan and you may never heard about this box set, please go out there and find it, because you won't regret it. So then, obviously, it comes to the bonus parts or the bonus items that you get with it. So here are the 12 by 12 art prints. Got this one. this one. And you got this one. I love that. It's a really cool picture, that is. Actually, might use that for something. Got an idea. Got an idea. Okay, so then you've got the autograph book, which the first autograph in it is, of course, Shakin Stevens. So we've got a nice autograph book there. And then you've got the poster for the Letter to You single. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. Pretty wacky, wild display there, isn't it? So there we go. Got that. And then you've got the sheet music then for Oh Julie. And then you've got Shaky Live Over the Years, the tour programme. Live Over the Years. That's giving me an idea as well. And basically what it is, it's the, you've got the front, and you got the front cover of like the tour program, and then here you've got the tour dates, which I think will be on the the back of the cover, and the same thing for this one. You got the next tour program, that's like the front. You got the dates and everything, and this goes from Shakin Stevens' British tour, November-December 1981. Goes from there to 1982. Then you've got, obviously, 1983 on the bottom stop, which is the front cover, and that's obviously the page that contained the tour dates. 1985. 1986. 1989, 1990, 1992, 1995. Then you got 1999 with special guest Linda Gay Lewis. Then you've got 2000. Then this is the very first tour that I went to see Shaky live on. After Hit Me Baby One More Time, this is 2005. And I saw him at... I saw him on December 2005, Sunday the 4th, at St David's Hall, Cardiff. And I've seen Shaky live every single year after that. Every time Shaky's come to Cardiff, after that date, I was there. Then you've got 2006. No, sorry. Yeah, 2006. And it advertises the album due out 2007. But on the back of the album cover, it says 2006 copyright, and that's it. So then you've got the 30th anniversary tour, and this would be phase 1. I'm sure it says, yeah, this is phase 1 of the 30th anniversary tour, which was in 2011. And then he did another phase of it then. Basically venues that he didn't do during phase 1. This is phase 2. And then there was the 2017 Echoes Tour. And then 2019, Greatest Hits and More. Now, I've got to be honest with you. Greatest Hits and More back in 2019. Now, I've loved every concert that I've gone to of Shaky. Every one of them I've loved. The 2019 tour, though, my God, he blew me away. Excuse me. There was something very special about the 2019 tour. I don't know what it was. He sounded completely incredible. And I don't know what it was. It was something very special. And I really hope that one of the concerts was officially filmed. And I hope someday we'll see it either published on his YouTube channel, because Shaky's been asked about like a live concert DVD release before in the past, and there was this reason and that reason and so forth. I've heard so many different reasons. And the fans really crave for a live concert DVD release or Blu-ray release would be even better. But even if it's just a DVD release, it'd be amazing. If not, he's got a YouTube channel, maybe something. I mean, I know obviously they got to go through the proper channels, through the record companies and so forth, and song owners, etc., etc. But it would be amazing if we would be able to even have a concert uploaded to YouTube. I mean, there are other artists doing that now. I mean, look at Cliff Richard. There's new content on his channel all the time, even full concerts, and it's like that now with many artists. You know, they're putting them because streaming has become so popular now. And I think, you know, yeah, you're right. I mean, one of the reasons was that there's been no DVD release of a concert is that it's too expensive. Well, if that's the case, you know, I get that. But maybe a YouTube concert, you know, a concert put onto YouTube for the fans to enjoy. And yeah, okay, if they do download it and put it to DVD, as long as they're not selling it around and stuff like that. I mean, you know, and the thing is, I can understand both sides of the coin, and I think, you know, I think that's very important to understand both sides of the coin. You know, if you're an artist, don't like, you know, people bootlegging your concerts and so forth. I get that, but then it just goes out for how much the fans love you as an artist. So I think, you know, a release on DVD or Blu-ray or YouTube, I think that should happen. I think the fans really would love that. I know I would, and I'll openly admit that. That's the only thing, and Shaky is one of the only artists that don't have a live release out on DVD. I mean, this may sound ungrateful, because over the last few years he has worked tirelessly, endlessly, and he's given us some incredible work, especially in 2020 when none of us expected this 19 CD book pack, then should we call it a book pack or box set, whatever you want to call it. And this blew our minds. This was so exciting, and it really gave us some hope and a happy sort of feeling after everything we'd gone through that year. I mean, I remember going Christmas shopping, and I remember coming home, and I've been waiting for this set now for quite some time because other fans had it, and it was frustrating for me. And when I came home and it was there, I was like, oh my God. Yeah, so I think, you know, I'm not ungrateful. You know, I appreciate everything that Shaky has given us over the past few years. Well, say few, it's been a good few, you know. 2020 is, when 2024 now, it's hard to believe that was like 3-4 years ago. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. And ever since then, Shaky has constantly worked and worked and worked. He hasn't slowed down. He just constantly worked. And now he is slowing down a little bit. So, and he deserves a rest. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so Now I think I'll show you the books. Now many people have different opinions of these, and as I always say, if you're going to leave negative comments, don't even waste your breath, because you'll be blocked and your comment will be removed. So this is one of the books I got. This was put out by one of my good friends, who I talk about in the previous video. This was put out by Paul Barrett with Hillary Haywood. My Star, whatever, that's probably the company published it or whatever. So this is a book by Paul Barrett. It's got some. It's basically a great story. Got some cool pictures in here from Shaky's early days. Oh, above Paul Barrett left as a teenager in Penarth, below Paul Barrett and the Backbeats in Penarth. I think this is more based on Paul Barrett's, and you've also got below, right, Shakin Stevens celebrating turning pro, New Year 1970. So that's a pretty cool photo there. Obviously the Shakin Stevens and the sunsets. So I think this is based on that period, and obviously it goes into when Shaky, obviously went solo and everything. So yeah, some cool photos there. I believe they're the only photos in the book, actually. And here is original sunsets featuring Levi Barrett, who is Shaky's nephew. 8 till late, Saturday the 1st of December, Witch Church, Earl Hay Club, £10 admit one. This was ticket 224. Yes, I got 2 tickets, one for myself and one for my dad, and we went to see them, and they were rocking. I keep the ticket in here. Please don't ask me why, because I don't know, but I keep the ticket in here. So yeah. Then the other book I got then, this is Shaky, the biography of Shakin Stevens by Michael Heatley. Again, there's a lot of mixed reviews about this. A lot of people saying that it's all rubbish. So again, it's been a long time since I've read this. Again, there's some cool photographs in your mind. Obviously Shaky as a teenager there. Performing. Obviously Shaky with the sunsets in his early days there. I'll show you the pictures from this. There we go. The Elvis musical as well. That. And you do have another set of photos. You can always tell the photo pages by how they're done, because of the quality, of course, of the paper that's used. So let me grab those. Now I did have some other books of Shaky, some annuals and a few other books, but as I said, if you watched all my videos, you know that I'm replacing my collection. So I haven't replaced those yet. I will do over time, I guess. Some more pictures there. And there. And that one there. And I think then that's it. I think. Yes. So that's that book. So then I'm going to show you then my Shaky DVD collection. But to begin with, I thought I would... what's the best way of doing this? Do you know what? Why have I done this way? All over the shop here. Let's just go. So I'm going to show you first. In 1984, got this release here, Shakin Stevens video show on VHS. Now this contains 12 promo videos. This was the first official VHS release containing like footage of Shaky. And now Marie Marie, there is no actual video originally done for that in 1980 when it was put out. And for this one, obviously they wanted a video for it. So when they filmed A Rockin' Good Way, that same time, whether it was filmed before they done the Rockin' Good Way video, because obviously we all know A Rockin' Good Way was a duet with Bonnie Tyler, so it could have been before Bonnie turned up at the studio or afterwards when she left, who knows. But basically it was done on the same day. Marie Marie and A Rockin' Good Way was done, and they used Marie Marie as the opening, and great way to end it with A Rockin' Good Way. Perfect. There was no video though for Hot Dog, which came before Marie Marie, but obviously they didn't want to do it. So there we go. Now this contains Marie Marie, This Old House, You Drive Me Crazy, Green Door, It's Raining, Oh Julie, Shirley, Give Me a Heart Tonight, I'll Be Satisfied, It's Late, Cry Just a Little Bit, and A Rockin' Good Way. Now, what I love about this video is this was the first time I practically saw Shaky move when I was a kid and I got into Shakin Stevens. I'm going to cut a long story short here, by the way. Basically, my father was playing Shakin Stevens on the Sunsets, and I got into the music first. And the same day, later on that day, he put this on, and then I saw Shaky move and what have you. And you know something? And I'm going to make a very big point here. I didn't once think of Elvis. The movements that he did, I'm not being funny, but I was seeing other rock and rollers do these kind of movements as well. To say that Shaky is an Elvis copycat, or he tried to impersonate Elvis, I'm sorry, but it's wrong. I don't agree with it at all. Yes, okay, he did the Elvis musical. And yes, he took inspiration from Elvis. Name me, maybe every artist around that era and so forth took a little bit from Elvis. And, you know, he took inspiration from Little Richard, Jerry Lee Lewis, Gene Vincent. You know, rock and roll is an umbrella with all different types of music underneath that umbrella. And Shakin Stevens says that in an interview, and I completely agree with him. So, you know, the movements that he did, you know, look at Michael Jackson. He goes up on his tiptoes. So did Elvis. Are you going to call Michael Jackson an Elvis copycat? I don't think so. He had a style of his own, and so did Shaky. I mean, for one thing, for instance, Elvis hated wearing denim. That's a well-known fact. The denims were part of Shaky's trademark, you know. The actual movements of going on the toes. Yes, Elvis did that, but he didn't do it constantly. Shaky did it, you know, a lot and almost constantly. Again, that was one of his trademark moves, is going up on his toes and the side of the feet to go up on it. So Shaky made it his own way. I'm not saying the inspiration didn't come from Elvis. I'm not going to say that, but he just went with the feeling and made it his own way. So, you know, let's cut the slack with the Elvis thing in case anybody's already thinking it. So, you know, so there we go. Shakin Stevens video show. I watched this when I was a kid. This is in the original CBS Fox video case as well. Can't you see that there? Here we go. I got the logo inside. Here's the original tape. And I'm not going to take it out of the case, but on the inside here you've got information. Basically, it's just the track listings, and the information about like Warner Brothers Music Limited and all this, that, and the other, that kind of stuff. And the reason why I've not put it in a clear case is because this is the original case it came with. So now, when I was a kid, obviously this is a replacement VHS. The original that my father had, I played it to death, wore it out. So, Video Show Volume 1. And these were the original versions as well of the promo videos. I'll come along to that. Now, with me being me, I don't just have this on video. come on. If you've seen all my previous videos on my entire music collection, Elvis, Meatloaf, Ronnie McDowell, and everybody else, I think you probably know what's coming next when I say that I'm showing my DVD collection. Because yes, here it is, a video show on DVD. It's the back cover, and it's all done so it's not stretched, and you can read everything on it, everything is clear. And I'm not even trying to fake it by putting the DVD logo. It's an exact backup replica copy of my original VHS, which I had VHS transfers of these before, and you know the quality was great at the time, but I got a very good, in fact, top of the range VHS to DVD transfer, converter, basically a combi, and it dehisses the hiss of the videotape. It reduces it a hell of a lot, and it enhances the picture quality as well. So I've done my own digital transfers of these fantastic VHS tapes and put them on their own DVDs. But I didn't stop at just replicating the covers. Oh no, no. Although I did make a bit of a boo-boo with this one. I put the information at the bottom, and on the inside cover it's at the top. That was my fault. But you know what? I didn't correct it. It's for my own personal collection. So there we go. And as you can see here, the disc, let's take the tape out again. I've done the disc exactly like the original videotape. If you look at the DVD and you look at the sticker, the label, obviously it's positioned a little differently, of course it is. But the information and what have you is basically the same outline and everything. So that's that. I'm very, very happy with that. So there we go. Video Show Volume 1. Then we got Video Show Volume 2. Again, it's in its original CBS Fox Video case. Here's the front. There's the spine. There's the back. Again, this is not the sticker or anything. It's actually engraved in the case. There's the tape. I like Video Show Volume 1. Yes, it does have information on the inside there of the cover. And then we had... No, before I get on to the next one, you know what I'm about to show now. Of course I am. Of course I did. It's on DVD. I put it on DVD. And I did exactly the same with that I did with Volume 1. All 4 VHS releases have had digital transfers by yours truly, myself. And this time I did get it right on the inside because it's got information at the top and also down the bottom of the inside as well. And check it out. See, again, it's just like the sticker. Basically what I do is I scan the sticker in and just, down them in place. So there we go. Again, this features 12 or 10 songs, whatever it is, 9 songs. So on this one, you got A Love With Weight. Basically, this picks up where Video Show Volume 1 left off. So on this one, you've got A Love With Waiting For, A Letter To You, Teardrops, Breaking Up My Heart, Lipstick, Powder and Paint, Merry Christmas Everyone, Turning Away, Because I Love You, A Little Boogie Woogie in the Back of My Mind, and Come See About Me. So then there was no VHS or release on video until 1990, and then you had the album there, Two Kinds of Music, Rock and Roll, which came out on obviously CD, cassette and vinyl, and also VHS as well. Now, this features not all, but some of the singles basically from the album. So on this you've got Love Attack, which is from the album. You've also got some older videos as well, which were featured on Video Show Volume 1. So you've got Love Attack, then you've got You Drive Me Crazy, then you've got I Might, then you've got Rocking Good Way, then you've got My Cutie Cutie, Pink Champagne, then you've got Turning Away, which is obviously from Video Show Volume 2, then you've got Yes I Do, It's Late, I'll Be Satisfied, and then another video that wasn't on either Video Show 1 or Video Show Volume 2, and that's What You Want to Make Those Eyes at Me For. So, there we go. There we go. Tape. Now, obviously, this isn't a clear case because it's got all that information there. And yes, obviously, what do you take me for? Boom! So there we go. And then you've got the Epic videos, which came out on CD, cassette, double vinyl, and yes, when they released them on VHS, they put it out as the Epic videos. And obviously on the CD and the LP and the cassette was called the Epic Years. But this is the video that also came with it. Now, this is where they started to not only mix the recordings up and everything, but they like it's more of a compilation type thing. They also changed and edited some of the hit videos. Some of them have got like a sepia effect on it, like lipstick powder and paint. This Old House, that's edited where you when he moves, and when he moves, it like pauses, like freezes, then goes to the next scene. Green Door, what did they do with that? You hardly see him in Green Door until more so the end. You know, I don't like the way they've done the re-edits of the videos. I am not a fan of them at all. Not a fan of them. When I was a kid growing up, and I was always used to Video Show Volume 1 and 2 and the videos on their Two Kinds of Music, this did not do anything for me, video-wise. The only video that I liked on here was Radio, because that was the original video for it, and, I just, no, everything else is a no-go, but, it's part of the collection. It really is part of the collection. I mean, not all of them, however. Like, You Drive Me Crazy isn't changed, to be honest. There's, mainly for me, like This Old House, You Could Cry Just a Little Bit, which is also edited. Lipstick, Powder and Paint, Green Door, A Rocking Good Way, Oh Julie. So there's a few where a few that's changed and a few that isn't. So it's not all bad, but I'm just not really a fan of it. But it's part of the collection, and that's that. So there's the tape. This isn't a clear case. There's nothing on there, but there is on here. And it didn't have like its own case. This is the case it came in. And despite the fact that I'm not a big fan of this release, there is no way I could leave it out now, is it? Come on, this is me you're talking about. So yeah. So all four VHSs with replica DVDs. Now I do have a few other DVDs I'm going to show you, because after that nothing was really came out until, well, the first official DVD release that came out was 2004. Now, like I said, I'm not showing you the CDs, but I will pick out. Where are they? They've gone through. They've disappeared. Where they are? They're here. So obviously 2004, and I've already shown you this in the my CDs YouTube video of Shaky. So I'm not going to go too much in detail on this, but this came collectible in 2004 with a CD and DVD. So the DVD, and this is the first official DVD release of Shaky, containing 12 videos. Okay, this DVD features My Cutie Cutie, and it's the only official DVD with it being featured in its original colour format. Everything else, every other video on this, has been released here in the UK in 2005 when they put out the collection CD and DVD release. They also put this out with just the CD as well. But this is the DVD we're going to focus on. I'm not going to tell you anything about the tracks or anything, but this features the same videos that's on here. But My Cutie Cutie, they decided to put it in black and white. Why? Well, I don't know. Maybe they wanted a new edition type thing. I have no clue. But basically, they put it on there. Now, what they did with both of these releases, however, My Cutie Cutie on 2004 collectible is in colour and it's original. The other videos that they did, like This Old House and Green Door, on here is the original versions of the tracks, which is great. On here, the tracks are the tweaked versions, included for the videos, and they decided to go back to the 1992 release and use the edited videos. But this time, they did more editing, because they've edited You Drive Me Crazy. Whereas on 1992 release, the You Drive Me Crazy video is still actually pretty much its original format. Now obviously, that's those. Now that same year, in 2005, because of the success of the collection, they decided to put this out. This is the DVD collection. This was fantastic. Now, I don't know why I thought that you'd get the original versions of the videos, but I was kind of hoping we would. When I first heard about this, I went straight on to pre-order it. And it says, it's got a sticker on the front that says 27 promos, 18 on DVD for the first time. Bonus footage includes 3 Christmas promos, exclusive live performance of Marie Marie and Trouble. 5.1 surround sound. So there's the back. Now, like I said, the 2004 collectible release and the 2005 collection contains the same videos. So I'll just read out what's on here. So on the DVD, you've got 12 videos, and they are This Old House, A Little Boogie Woogie in the Back of My Mind, Come See About Me, What You Want to Make Those Eyes at Me For, A Rocking Good Way, Love Attack, Teardrops, Turning Away, Green Door, Radio, My Cutie Cutie, and It's Late. So we come to this one, and the videos are I didn't read the videos that are on the Epic videos, right? Let's just quickly read you these. I'm sorry to go back, but I've got to do it. Got to make sure it's in. So on here, you've got This Old House, Cry Just a Little Bit, Lipstick, Powder and Paint, Green Door, A Love Worth Waiting For, What You Want to Make Those Eyes at Me For, A Rocking Good Way, Teardrops, Turning Away, You Drive Me Crazy, A Letter to You, Oh Julie, Because I Love You, I Might, Breaking Up My Heart, It's Raining, Love Attack, Shirley, A Little Boogie Woogie in the Back of My Mind, Give Me a Heart Tonight, It's Late, and Radio. Okay, so now we come to this one. Now before I read out the tracks, what I will say is that in 1992, again, they resorted back to the videos from here for this release. But when you look up the video for Lipstick, Powder and Paint, both of them are in a sepia colour, but both videos are edited different. You know, one of them, I can't remember which one because I don't really watch the changed videos. In one of these ones, you can see his feet in one, is, you know, when he's doing the dance moves. And in one of them, you can't. It's like a cloud sort of like effect where it's like going into black, faded into black. Can't remember which one it is because, like I said, I don't watch them. But yeah, so even though they kept the 1992 releases, they did do some editing here and there. Like You Drive Me Crazy, for instance, has also changed for this one. And again, it's all the new versions of the tweaked tracks over the audio. And also for this one, Turning Away, whereas the Video Show Volume 2, you get the full version of the video, and also on here you get the full version of the video where you hear the audience in the background, you know, clapping and so forth. On here, they put the obviously remastered version over and they've taken out the background noise and everything, so it's like a clean audio, which is the same version as on his official YouTube channel. So, the videos on here are, I'll show you the inside. As you can see, it advertises the collection. So, the main 27 promo videos. You've got A Little Boogie Woogie in the Back of My Mind, Come See About Me, What You Want to Make Those Eyes at Me For, A Rockin' Good Way, Love Attack, Teardrops, Turning Away, You Drive Me Crazy, Yes I Do, A Letter to You, Oh Julie, Because I Love You, I Might, Breaking Up My Heart, It's Raining, How Many Tears Can You Hide, Jezebel, This Old House, Lipstick Powder and Paint, Green Door, A Love Worth Waiting For, Radio, My Cutie Cutie, Pink Champagne, Feel the Need in Me, Give Me a Heart Tonight, It's Late. Then you've got the special features. So you've got the music videos, The Best Christmas of Them All, I'll Be Home This Christmas, and Merry Christmas Everyone. Then you've got arena and TV performances 2004 to 2005. So you've got Marie Marie live performance from Hanover, which I believe is in Germany. Then you got Trouble live performance taken from the ITV1 show Hit Me Baby One More Time. Then you got an interview. Excuse me. Then you got a photo gallery with bonus audio track I Can Help. Then you got his biography. So here we go. Now, the good thing about this DVD, because, you know, at the time I was very excited to get it. I hadn't thought about them being, you know, the tweaked versions. I thought because that maybe that DVD version in the collection, with the CD and DVD, I thought maybe that was maybe like a teaser when I saw this release. But obviously I was a little disappointed because like This Old House and Green Door, it was the edited versions. But what it was good for though, for videos that was not put out on VHS before, on DVD, excuse me, you've got How Many Tears Can You Hide, Jezebel, Feel the Need in Me, which was fantastic. I mean, for this one though, even radio was even changed. The original video contained a black and white setting with Roger Taylor from Queen and Rod Argent from Argent in the background, and Shaky's with a guitar miming to radio. And you've got like colour scenes then, and now the video's in black and white, but then you've got colour scenes in full screen where you've got obviously, you know, characters portraying basically what Shaky is singing in the lyrics, you know, like where he says but all I hear is some cool DJ telling me it's gonna snow. That lyric there, they'll show a DJ in like a DJ studio type thing. So yeah, they changed it here, and I think it can be. You see, for me, I'm a sucker for the originals as they originally were, but on here, I must say, radio without that video element in it, it is really good. The Best Christmas of Them All is also changed. Instead of the original video where you see the cartoon characters and the dancing shoes and the border coming around the bottom, they've taken all of that out and they've like remixed it. And to be quite honest with you, that is they did do that really good. Thanks, love. They did do that very good. Merry Christmas everyone, however. The very beginning, I don't know why they took it off, but you see the little girl, you know, come into the airport, get her airport ticket, and go to Santa World or whatever it was, and you know you see Shaky, showing around and stuff and what have you. Now they show the original full video on Video Show Volume 2. In recent years, since they made the 4K one, on his YouTube channel, officially what they've done is, you've got two versions. You've got the 4K version, then you've got what they call the director's cut. However, on here, it's just the normal version, director's cut, but without that scene at the beginning, where the little girl is in. This one just comes in from where the song starts. So, that was another little gripe, but not too much of an issue. But I would have preferred them to use the original versions. So there is some differences, good and bad. Do I watch this? Not really. It is just a part of my collection, you know. But it is a good thing to have as well. So that's the DVD collection. Because like I said, that DVD collection was good for songs like Jezebel. And in case you can't tell now, I am a big Karate Kid / Cobra Kai fan. Lucky I'm not wearing my top. Anyway, this is a Shaky video. Let's get back to it. So, now me personally, I love watching the videos. And I do love the original versions, including the Best Christmas of them all, where they've got the cartoon characters and everything on the bottom and the sides. Plus, you also get to see audience shots as well that you don't see in the version on here, including performances such as Love Attack and My Cutie Cutie. There are little camera angles that have been used slightly different and edited in this version, and also I think Love Attack, the camera angles were a little different in here too. The only way for you to officially have all the original versions of the majority of the videos is for you to have the first three releases: Video Show 1, Video Show 2, and they had two kinds of music: rock and roll. And obviously for radio, just radio, is the epic videos. Okay, now this is me now, being me. I'm going to show you another DVD. Now this is a DVD collection that I put together myself. I've got videos that were not included on here, such as the video for True Love. And okay, I know there are a lot of fans who don't really like that video of the song. I do. I like it, and I enjoy it very much. So I decided to gather all the videos that I've got. This is a release from 2005. Now this is the original disc. The cover is over there because I've been using it. I've got to put it back in its case and cover. This is a DVD called Top 10 Hits, and it just contains music videos. And there's no logos on the screen. There are no pop-ups during the videos. It is the full-length, uncut, unedited videos from beginning to end of each artist. And Shakin Stevens' This Old House is on there, and it's remastered, but it's the original track. And I really like it. It is a little bit, I won't say red, but it's got, it's got the original shade basically. They remastered it from the original tape. So I gathered all the videos, including downloading some of them from his official channel, and I put them all in a folder, all in order, and I put my own DVD together containing all of his music videos. But I've used all the uncut, unedited videos on here, and I put this together. This is my own version. Shakin' Stevens, the definitive collection. Now, as I've said with my CDs, and I say the same thing with these, everything that I do for myself is for myself only, nothing's for sale or trade, so don't bother asking. Now, this contains all of Shaky's original, unedited promo videos on DVD for the first time, including those that remain unreleased. Also live performances and TV appearances for singles that don't contain a promo video, because I've basically based it all off the singles from Never all the way up to All You Need Is Greed. I've done many DVD projects over the years regarding his music videos because I absolutely adore them. But for this one, I've gone all out. I spent a good few months, beginning really originally in, I think it was October. I was getting things in, you know, like I was actually given the top 10 hits from a good friend of mine. I'm not going to mention his name, but I was sent it by a good friend who no longer wanted the original because you could only get it from Australia. And I was looking at it, it was quite expensive, and really I only wanted it for that one video. Plus, I do like the 80s as well. I'm a big fan of the 80s. So when he sent it me, I actually like the whole DVD. So it's on my shelf with my music collection. So I dragged this whole house from there, and I took, I didn't take anything from the DVD collection. I didn't really take anything as of the big hits from Video Show. I took It's Raining from there, and I done editing at the start, at the beginning, you know. But what I did was, I love Video Show Volume 1. It holds a very special place in my heart. And I did my collection based on that as basically inspiration, where before each video or performance, you see the picture sleeve of the single, the title of the single at the top, and the year it was released at the bottom. And I've done it for every performance and video on this DVD. Why have I used this picture when it's going from the very beginning to present day? Well, present, you know, past the present, you know. The reason why I've used this picture is because that is my favourite picture of Shaky. Now, yes, I made it look official, but it is literally because I'm a sucker for making things look as original as possible and authentic as possible for my collection only. Okay, so that's what I've done. And I put there official Shaky VHS and DVD releases. So, I'm going to read out to you the performances, because DVD 1, Never, which is taken from Get It Together. I know I bought let me show you. I bought the master from ITV Studios. I bought the 2 programs of Get It Together, and believe me, buying it from a TV company, it costs a lot of money, And when you get something from the TV companies, they basically come on a simple DVD like that, or you can have them emailed to you as digital files, but I'd rather the master. But that's how they come, and you've got to sign agreements and stuff like that, what have you. And I paid a lot of money for them, for just 2 performances. A few people who know how much I paid think I'm crazy, but I got a lot of experience buying from TV companies. So anyway, so the videos on here, you got Never, Somebody Touched Me, Justine, Hot Dog, Hey May, Marie, Shooting Gallery, This Old House. You Drive Me Crazy, Mona Lisa, which by the way was a single in Japan and South Africa, I believe. Green Door, Shaky sings Elvis, It's Raining, Oh Julie, Shirley, Give Me a Heart Tonight, I'll Be Satisfied, Blue Christmas, Your Ma Said You Cried in Your Sleep Last Night, It's Late, Cry Just a Little Bit, Rocking Good Way, A Love Worth Waiting For, A Letter to You, Teardrops, Breaking Up My Heart, Lipstick, Powder and Paint. DVD 2, Merry Christmas Everyone, Turning Away, Because I Love You, A Little Boogie Woogie in the Back of My Mind, Come See About Me, What You Want to Make Those Eyes at Me For, Feel the Need in Me, How Many Tears Can You Hide, True Love, Jezebel, Love Attack, I Might, Yes I Do, Pink Champagne, My Cutie Cutie, The Best Christmas of Them All, I'll Be Home This Christmas, Radio, I Can Help, Wild at Heart, Trouble, Now Listen, Echoes of Merry Christmas Everyone, Last Man Alive, Down into Muddy Waters, Down in the Hole, and All You Need Is Greed. Now, as I said, every original, official, unedited, uncut music video is on here. What I've also done as well, I've done some mastering work myself. I've put the original remastered versions over the videos. So, like Green Door, where on his official YouTube channel, it's the remastered version is the full original video, but it's got the tweaked version of the track. Well, for myself personally, I put the original version of the audio track back over the video. So everything is on here. Now, like I said, don't ask me for a copy, don't ask me for trades or anything like that, because that doesn't happen. What I do, I create for my own personal use, and my personal use only. And that's that. I can't stress that enough. Plus, you'd be wasting your time if you're going to email me, because I would just ignore the email. I won't respond to you. I've already made it clear on this video. So there we go. Like I said, You Might Say You Cried in Your Sleep Last Night. I took that from a TV appearance in Sweden, I believe it was. Was it Sweden? Or Germany? It was over Europe. It was he mined it on a TV program. Now there's three TV programs. There's one where he comes out of like a diner type thing, and you got all dancers, and he comes out. He's in like a pink box jacket, and then he switches to a black jacket within it. If that was all full and complete, that would have been a cool sort of like music video, but it doesn't. It goes back to the TV presenter. Then you've got one then where he's standing on a stage with an audience, and he's miming to it, and he's wearing a black jacket with blue jeans and so forth. And yeah, that's a full performance. But then I found another rare performance, I believe in Sweden, where he's talking to somebody stood by a jukebox, and then he goes off and he mimes to the song. I use that performance because it's not one you see regularly or anything. So I use that, and I put the remastered audio, and I zinked it all up and everything. So yeah, I've worked really hard on this for myself, and you know what, it's funny, I still haven't sat down and watched it from beginning to end. I've got to do that. So that's that for the videos. And on YouTube, there's a few things that came out. Like I said, we really would love a live concert. So, live in Poland, which was professionally filmed by TV cameras and broadcast on Polish TV. That was put onto YouTube, so I downloaded it, put it onto DVD. Like I said, very basic disc. I might redo that for myself actually. I was more excited about having the concert on DVD, to be quite honest with you. And I designed this cover, and I put some information about the concert. This picture is taken from the back of the single Your Ma Said You Cried in Your Sleep Last Night. So there we go. That's that. And then part of it was a festival or something in Berlin, and this is live in Berlin '87. So there's that. There's that again, information about, and because it was '87, I decided to use this cover that was used for Let's Boogie, basically. I just did my own version. So I decided to put a bit of information about the festival, or I'd say 1987 marked the 750th anniversary of Berlin. As part of the celebrations, Shaky the concert. So basically, I did that. Again, this was put onto YouTube. And again, like I said, everything I'm showing you here is not for sale. It's my own personal use. And then in 2007, there was a mini special, I would say, really, that was broadcast or live streamed on a channel that I was able to download and save. And because he was like singing songs mainly from the Now Listen album, it was actually in Romania. This was broadcast on TVR1, so I'm guessing that's a station or a channel in Romania. So anyway, I downloaded that and I put this together and I just called it Now Listen, and I replicated that, and I also added that on there and TV1 and TVR1 or what have you. So there we go, that's that. And then obviously on BBC One then, in 2013 I believe it was, 2012, yeah, 2013 I think it was, there was a BBC documentary which I recorded when it was on, and obviously I recorded that then to DVD, and it was called The Remarkable Career of Michael Barrett, Shakin Stevens, and so I used that. Again, very basic on this. So that's the documentary that was broadcast with a few bonus features. And then the next documentary that was broadcast then was one called Coming Home. Also recorded a broadcast on the BBC. So I recorded it and then a personal backup copy on DVD. And again, just very basic. So, and that's that. That is my entire Shaky collection. So to those of you who've watched, I hope you all keep safe, hope keep well, and I'll see you very, very soon. Okay? Take care, everyone.